in example 2, let's read. Let's do. A painting has the dimensions of 24 inches by 32 inches. Yeah, I'm going to draw that. Got it. Find its perimeter. Be sure to include the label for its units of measurement. Okay. Well, let's see. The perimeter is 2 added lengths. So 2 added 32 inches, or 32 inches added 2 times, and 24 inches added 2 times. So 32 inches plus 32 inches plus 24 inches plus 24 inches. Okay, this would be 64 inches, and 2 groups of 24 inches would be 48 inches. Okay, 64 inches plus 48 inches. That's 102 inches. And okay, just to double check. Right? 64 plus 48. Yep. Okay. You bet. But notice that we have inches and inches, and so we have more inches. Got it. Find the perimeter of the painting in feet in order to purchase framing materials. Okay. We have a conversion to make. So let's see, we're going to start with our amount. This is our start amount. And we need the conversion ratio. Let's see, in feet. In 1 foot, there are 12 inches. So, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I put the 12 inches opposite this inches so that they can guide my cancellation. So 12 inches for 1 foot. Okay, that way. And then next step, I really have, okay, 112 times 1 foot. In the numerator, and I have 1 times 12 in the denominator, no units. Okay, so 112 times 1 foot is 112 feet, and 1 times 12 makes 12, and I am not sure. Let's see, 112 divided by 12. Boy, okay. Okay, so it looks like it simplifies down to thirds. Well, let's see. 12 times 9 is 108. 108. Okay, so 9 sets of 12. So that's 9 holes with 4 leftovers. I feel like that might have been the easiest way. After I saw this and then it went into thirds, I thought, okay, so it has 9 whole sets of 12, which would be 108 of those portions for leftover. Okay, but here's my feet and 4/12. They can both be divided by 4. Okay. And if we want, we can write it both ways, but I prefer this. if you have to round, maybe 9.33 feet. Number 3, a student is traveling at 45 miles per hour. The driver looks down at their phone for 4 seconds. How far did they travel without looking at the road? Okay, let's see. So first of all, this is in seconds and this is in hours. So we need to get them to agree. So I'm going to start with 45 miles in 1 hour. And I need this to end up in seconds. Okay. 1 hour. Okay, how many seconds are in 1 hour? Well, let's see. Okay. Well, there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So I would go 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? And there are 60 seconds in each minute. So 1 minute, 60 seconds. Again, remembering that here I have hours in the denominator. So in my ratio of 60 minutes in an hour, I put hours in the numerator. And then here we know that in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. And since 60 minutes was in the denominator, I put minutes in that numerator in order to cancel. So let's see. So hours, and minutes. 60 times 60 is 3,600. I'm doing a double check. So when I look at this numerator now, I see 45 miles times 1 times 1, which is 45 miles. In this denominator, I see 1 times 60 times 60 seconds. So 1 times 60 times 60, we did 60 times 60, and that is 3,600. And my label there is seconds. So now, oh man. Miles. Do we think we travel miles in seconds? Let's also go ahead and convert that into feet, because feet seems more appropriate for seconds as well. Okay, so I'm going to do a second layer in this problem. Let's go. So 45 miles in 3,600 seconds. And let's convert that into feet. Okay, using the chart, we see that there are, so make sure you're using your conversion chart here. There are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. So I'm going to put my miles opposite the numerator, so it's in the denominator. And I'm going to put my 5,280 feet in the numerator then. Okay, so now that guides how I multiplied and by my ratio. Miles get canceled. So in this numerator, I have 45 times 5,280 feet. In this denominator, I have 3,600 seconds times 1. Okay, so how much is that? Okay, 237,600 feet. So 237,600 feet in 3,600 seconds. Okay. Does that simplify? this is a handy calculator. Interesting. Okay, so 66 feet in 1 second. Okay, and then we have one more layer, which is the fact that this person looked down or stopped looking at the road for 4 seconds. Okay. Got it. Let's do that. So 66 feet in 1 second. And now, I don't know. So now opposite the second, I'm going to put 4 seconds in the numerator. And I was thinking about what to put here, but really that's during this one look, I guess. I could even label it with one look, look away. I'm going to. And then seconds will cancel. We see 66 feet times 4 in the numerator. And we see 1 times 1 times 1 look in the denominator. And 66 times 4. 264. 264 feet in that one look. So how far did they travel without looking at the road? 264 feet. No looking. Yow. So just gonna. It is true that we could have put this in, kept it in miles. If we had kept this in miles, so just for an alternate, if you want to think in miles instead of feet, then, you know, we would have done a similar thing to here. So 45 miles for 3,600 seconds and 4 seconds and 1 look. And the seconds would cancel. This would be 45 times 4 divided by 3,600. So I'm going to do that really quick. 45 times 4 divided by 3,600, 0.05. So this is also equal to 0.05 in the numerator. We have miles. In the denominator, we would have 1 look. So either way, but I still feel like I relate to this a little bit more here. Okay, let's do this one. A triangular garden needs to be bordered. It has dimensions 7 feet 8 inches, 4 feet, and 8 feet 7 inches. How much will it cost to buy wooden logs to surround the garden that sell for $1.35 per linear foot? Okay. Well, first, let's figure out how many inches in feet we have. It looks like we want it to be in feet. But just to, you know, go with this, the perimeter or the distance of logs we need, looks like we have 7 feet plus 8 more inches plus 4 feet plus 8 feet and 7 more inches. Okay, so it looks like that's what we're working with here. And let's add up all of these feet. So we have 7 feet, 4 feet, and 8 feet. Well, 4 plus 8 makes 12, and 12 plus 7 makes 19. Okay, how many inches do we have? So I see 8 inches plus 7 inches, which makes 15 inches. Okay, that has a foot in there. So it takes 12 inches to make 1 foot. So now I see 20 feet and 3 inches. And how many? So we want linear feet and inches. I need that converted into feet. Okay. So 3 inches, convert that into feet. I'm on it. 3 inches is what we're starting with, is our portion, one portion of the thing and of the garden border. And we want this in feet, so we put inches down in the denominator, 12 inches and 1 foot in the numerator, so that inches will cancel. And I see 3 times 1 makes 3 feet. 1 times 12 makes 12. 3 divided by 12, that's a quarter. This simplifies. The numerator and denominator both divisible by 3. So I see 1 foot per 4, or quarter foot. Okay, so the border is 20¼ feet in entirety. And then we need to figure out how much it costs. Okay, so now I'm actually going to write that as 20.25. 20.25 feet for 1 whole, I could even write it, border or log. Okay, and it is $1.35 per linear foot. Okay, so all right. So I want it says per 1 foot. So I want the 1 foot to cancel with the other feet. And I want the $1.35 to be in the other spot. So our ratio is $1.35 for each 1 foot. These feet will cancel. And now we are multiplying 20.25, no feet, times $1.35 in the numerator. And in the denominator, we have 1 border times 1. Okay, so 20.25 times $1.35. Oh, we're gonna have to bring enough money, but that's what it came out to. Let me write that down. So in this numerator, we have $27.3375 for 1 border. But we need to bring enough money just in case. $27.34 for the border. There it is. Voila. And then another one. The same garden needs to be bordered, but now we're trying to compare the cost of the logs to the cost for bricks that are 1/2 meter long, selling at 65 cents each. Oh yeah, this is legit. It's a real scenario here, right? Those little bricks as opposed to the big logs. Okay. Selling at 65 cents each. Okay, so my first thought is, how many of these bricks are we going to need? Okay, it says 1/2 meter. Oof. Okay, so first we're going to need to go from feet to meters. we're going to have to refer to the chart. So go back to the chart and find out how many feet are in each meter. And that's going to be our first conversion. I notice when I look back, so 20.25 feet for that one border. And that there are about approximately 3.28 feet per each 1 meter. So I'm going to put 3.28 feet in the denominator because that is opposite of the numerator's feet. And that is for 1 meter. Making sure that up here we did miles and we label it MI. And down here we have meters and we just label it M. The feet will cancel. And now we multiply. Okay. So let's see. 20.25. There's no feet on that now. Times 1 meter. And then the denominator, I have 1 border times 3.28, no other units. Okay, so 20.25 meters, because it was times 1, and this is also times 1, so divided by 3.28 and label a border. Okay, let's compute. 20.25 divided by 3.28. And remember that this 3.28 is already rounded, so we're going to have to round and round again. So approximately 6.17. Or 6.2. We want to have enough brick. So approximately, and if we have to do, well, let's just round up to be safe. So what did we say? We said 6.2-ish. 6.2 meters for the border. Okay, but they're a half meter. So let's do that ratio. So 6.2 meters is the 1 border. And each brick is half a meter. So 1 brick is 1/2 of a meter. And I decided to put 1/2 meter in the denominator so that the meters would cancel. Bye-bye. So in the numerator, I see 6.2 times 1 brick. I'm starting to get better at all of my labels and where they should and where my conversion should go. 1 border times 1/2. So 1 border. Starting to feel the rhythm here. Okay. And so here we go. Okay, 6.2 times 1 is 6.2. 6.2 bricks for half of the border. Okay, so I mean, we're going to end up doubling it because if it's 6.2 for half the border, it's 6.4. I'm sorry, not 6.4, but it's going to be double that. So 12.4 bricks, my bad. But just so that we double check, divided by, so either if you do it as a decimal, 0.5, 12.4 bricks, or if you do it as a fraction, I want you to beware. If I just do this, it does not work out. So 6.2 divided by, remember to put in those implied parentheses that we talked about in the order of operations around the numerator and denominator because your calculator needs them. So 12.4 bricks for the whole border. And now we know that they are 65 cents for each brick. Okay, so last layer here is that, okay, well, we can't just I mean, we can't buy half bricks, so we need 13 bricks. So 13 bricks for the whole border. And now we know that these are 65 cents per brick. Okay, so I need 1 brick. So I put that in the denominator, and that is 65 cents for each one. And now bricks cancel, and I have 13 times 65 cents for 1 border times 1, which is just 1 border. 1 times 1 makes 1. And now I multiply. 13 times 65 cents each, $8.45. So $8.45 for the whole border. Okay, so if we're going to compare the logs, $27.34 for the whole border, bricks, $8.45 for the whole border.